maximum capabilities. They were our friend, a confidant, our biggest supporter, and led us on a path of self discovery. Though some might say all good things must come to an end, but wouldn't you all agree this is just a pause for thought? We are out with the old and in with the new. The lessons we learned will forever be with us. After all, the end of a story is the new beginning of many others. I, Sia, your host for the day, welcome you all to the closing ceremony of VEmpower coaching program for academic year 2021-2022. Can I get some virtual claps over here, please? This past year's coaching program featured the International Coaching Conclave, Learning Series, an effort by our coaches to discuss various topics to bring a wave of transformation among our students. We have also initiated a unique podcast, 50 Questions on Coaching, which features on Spotify, where our guest coaches widen the horizon regarding coaching. We truly hope that we were able to bring a fruitful experience of learning, sharing, and networking. Before we move on, let us all watch a small video presentation of Shoolini University, where all the magic happens.
Shoolini University has a vision to be amongst the top 200 world universities by 2022. In that journey, it adopted several modes to outshine and to excel. Known for its state-of-art infrastructure, picturesque views, and delightful nooks, the university believes that knowledge comes from all-rounded learning. Shoolini University was set up as a private university and recognized by the University Grants Commission (UGC). Founded by leading academicians and professionals, the young and research-focused university has made giant strides in global and Indian rankings such as the QS, THE and NIRF. Shoolini is one of India's highest generators of patents and innovation and matches the best universities of the world in research output. The university drives cutting-edge knowledge and innovation while working for the social and economic upliftment of the community.
And now we have a video of 100 ICF coaches who work constantly on double duty just so we can shine. Shoolini University is such a beauty. Wouldn't you agree, coaches? It's like Taj Mahal of schooling. Shoolini University is calling and looking forward to hosting you. Now, first and foremost, I would like to thank each one of you for joining us today, where we mark the closing of this beautiful journey where we found ourselves. So, from bottom of my heart and all those involved in organizing this ceremony, thank you very much. We are pleased to be able to welcome those of you that have been with us for a long time, as well as those of you who are new to the VEmpower coaching program. Throughout the process, so many people came together to make this happen that now we have 550 coaches at Shoolini University partnering with a total of 115 ICF credentialed coaches. Honestly, this all would have been just a dream if you all weren't involved. We created a community where we can meet, engage, and share freely, and where we strive to be better each day. Here's a hearty welcome, big and warm enough to encompass you all. To say we are thrilled is an understatement. I have something to share here. Our Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, and President are caught up in an urgent meeting, but we assure you we have their blessings and support with us. And in the meantime, we have Vishal Sir, who has been kind and generous enough to step in, like always, to support the VEmpower coaching program. So I don't want to keep you all waiting for long. So let's get started. To officiate the closing ceremony of VEmpower coaching program with much honor, I would like to invite a very versatile personality, our Pro-Chancellor Vishal Anand Sir. He is the co-founder of Shoolini University and talks about business building, education matters, and automobile industry. So please do the honors.
Thank you, Sia, and welcome all to Shoolini University and the VEmpower platform. I'm happy to announce the VEmpower closing ceremony for the academic year 2021-22 open now.
Thank you, sir. We are really fortunate to have your guidance and support. We welcome you again, and I request you to address the audience and help us understand the connection between coaching and entrepreneurship. Do entrepreneurs need a coach?
Yeah, everyone needs a coach. I think it's not only entrepreneurs, but typically entrepreneurs, yes, a big yes. I'll first like to welcome everyone now formally to this platform. I think what VEmpower has done over the last year is something really, really amazing. I was just reviewing with Payal today morning on the impact she and the team has been able to create. And I was amazed, we have today more than 115 ICF coaches as a young faculty today at Shoolini. There's been an industrial collaboration with the Coaching Foundation. There have been a lot of takes. But the biggest one has been that, the Times Higher Education, which is basically the Oscars of education, actually recognized this effort as one of the best in the world. So this is a big, big, big recognition for something which was seeded about 2 years back. And it's a commitment. It's a very small team. The way they've been able to engage with the larger community and build this platform into a very beautiful platform for these children and more so for the community to enable their lives and really enable them to the next. So my heartiest congratulations to the entire VEmpower team. Going forward on, what Sia, you asked me on entrepreneurship. And I think, entrepreneurs are the biggest failures, as we say. So if you see the ratio of any job success ratio or any sport or any music or anything you talk of, I think globally marked entrepreneurs just have a sustainable number of around 20% on surviving the fourth or the fifth year as entrepreneurs, and they usually give up. And that's true because we do not have formal institutions. We do not have formal coaching places. We do not have defined rules of games, which really enable us for further success. And I think one industry or one area which would really help India as a country to go into the next phase of growth is this coaching for entrepreneurs. So if you say, yes, do we need it? Both hands up. Yes, we need it. Going back to my story, when I started, I still remember I had one of my mentors who came from the automotive industry. And I was a very aggressive entrepreneur. So when I came into the state, I wanted to, practically capture every opportunity that came to my desk. And he one day said one line to me. He said, Vishal, think of your life like a calendar. And what you're doing is you're just filling it with trash. He actually told me that in my face. And he said, what you're doing is you're blocking all your time and you're too excited about opportunities which are too low hanging. Just wait. The biggest thing you need to realize in life is you need to be patient around what you pick on your desk. And as long as you create that benchmark and every time up that benchmark of what you pick on your desk is what will build your life. And that one line, if I tell you, Sia and my friends there, has actually changed my life. That is the one line which defines, all that I do today. And every time an opportunity comes to my desk, my only question is it really the next thing for me? And that's what, coaching or great people or great mentors do. And in India, as we say, not only in India, across the world, I would say, but more so in India, we usually go back to Bollywood or cricket when we have to take an analogy. And I'll pick up, the theater today, because we have a lot of international guests today who may be from cricket playing countries and non-cricket playing countries. And in theater, typically, think of a young lad, a young guy who comes in from a village. His eyes are sparkling. He thinks he's the Shah Rukh Khan or the Keanu Reeves of the industry. The day one, he steps on stage. And he has that space and that aura to himself, and he also has the talent. Unfortunately, most of them don't reach the destination they set out to. So to aspire to be something, and for someone to come and tell you, what's the right stage for you to perform is very, very important. And that's what a coach does. There's beauty, there's expression, there's success on every kind of stage. A guy who has a talent to measure, or to be appreciated at a local rural stage or a local theater or at a state level theater or a global stage, it's all equivalent as long as the audience that were there are happy to see your performance and celebrate your performance at the end of the day. So I think that's what coaching gets, and very similar to what happens in entrepreneurship. In entrepreneurship, typically today, if you talk in India, I go to a classroom full of, 60 kids and I ask them who all want to be entrepreneurs, and I'll have 59 hands up and maybe 60 in total. What do you want to do? We want to build a unicorn. So sometimes, the idea of big really blurs your sight on what's really, what can really create a beautiful life for you and the community you live in. So that's what, good coaching or good mentor can do. The second thing I would like to talk about is appreciation. I think an appreciation at the right time for a person can do magic. That's the true inspiration. That's the reason we live. And what right mentors or coaches do is, appreciate your effort at every level. They're tough with you. They push you to the extent, they help you set new benchmarks, but they also appreciate. And that's what, as a community as a whole, I feel somewhere we've been lagging. As a community, we only talk about the big successes. We only talk about, the big institutions or the big places to be or the big stages to perform. But what we need to realize is that every life is important. Every stage is important. So let's start appreciating. And I think that's another aspect that we all get in. Lastly, without taking more time, I think it's inclusivity, because we as a country are going through exponential growth phase. Luckily, both on the economic side, on the culture, on the diversity that we have. And we need to be very, very inclusive towards the approach that we have towards building this great nation. And I'm happy to share once again that that's what Payal is doing at her desk. I think she's most inclusive about her approach towards students. It's a low bono activity that she's leading. And my heartiest congratulations, not only Payal, but a big, big thank you to each one of you who, without any, you've really committed your time, your effort, without any give back. I know the big give back is in the smiles that you get from your students who are there. But I loved when everyone joined in as a Shoolini student. And I said, wait, I also want to change my title and become a Shoolini student. So on that note, thank you so much, guys, and look forward to the closing ceremony today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the pearls of wisdom, sir. You shared, think of your life as a calendar. That amazing thought is stuck with me, and I'm sure so is with the others. Maybe 10 years down the line, I'll share it with others and say my pro-chancellor shared it with me. Let's move on. Now, I'm sure we all know how important it is to build network, but Nishtha Shukla Ma'am, a trustee in Shoolini University and our next speaker, will tell us how it's done. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sia, and welcome everyone. It's such a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Payal, for making the effort of getting everyone together for this lovely closing ceremony. This year has just been amazing. watching this entire program build steam. And it is all thanks to all of you here present here today. So thank you so much. And personally, I've had a wonderful coach who has helped me through various stages of my journey. So I just like to put some thoughts together on how it has helped me to network. So, when I came to Solon, I moved from Delhi to Solon sometime in 2006, 2007, when the internet was just picking up. There were opportunities to kind of stay in touch with people, with the market using the internet. And so I did it beautifully because I was young, very excited, full of ideas. But after a few years of networking using the internet, there was a plateau that I reached, which I knew I could not overcome single-handedly. And there are these phases in your life when you just need to step out of your comfort zone. As much experience as you have, whatever you're doing, I think everybody needs that one push or support at every point in, or at least some point in life, where you're feeling lost or feeling out of sorts, or just feeling stuck. So I think I was in that space when I got my coach to help me out. And it has been an absolutely brilliant journey, because just that person is a network enough, because you have the guidance and the support of your coach. And it's at every stage. What I'm trying to say is that every stage needs a coach, whether you're starting out or whether you're mid career. That coach helped me to build my network further, though I was sitting out of Solon and I was trying to build a network. After a point, you need somebody to help you out, and that was my coach, which I think worked wonderfully. So I think networking and coaching are so closely aligned. And I also feel, secondly, that networking is such an important part of your not just your professional growth, but also your personal growth, because you build networks, you go out of your comfort zone, you explore things which you have never done before. So that journey, that growth that you see with a coach, I think just comes very naturally when you work with somebody, when you work in the capacity of a mentee who needs that support or who needs to pivot at some point. So there are so many points in life where I feel a good coach works wonders. So that's my take essentially on networking and how a coach can totally build, our network. So thank you so much, Payal. I have to cut it short. I'm a little tied up, but I'm so happy to be here. And I also want to, because I am very closely working with a lot of women. I am very passionate about women in the workplace. So I would just like to add a quick word that I think women need coaching a lot more maybe than men. So I would encourage all women here today to look it up, explore, see how it can help you when you're working, when you're struggling with a work-life balance. It plays a huge role to help you get over, a place where you're stuck or a place where you have a challenge. So I highly recommend. I know there are some members from Wiki here, so please, take it up if you have not done it so far. And lastly, thank you all coaches, and thank you, Payal, for this lovely opportunity.
Thank you.
Big congrats to all of you.
Thank you so much, Nishtha. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the effort you took to share your experience with us.
Thank you, Sia. Thank you.
We know you are running tight on the schedule, but we appreciate you coming here, and you gave us plenty of thought, plenty of food for thought. Thank you. Move on. A great coach tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And we have 115 such coaches with us who listen to the coachee, set a comfortable tone that gives an opportunity to think and speak during the coaching sessions. So let's hear them out today. For the next part, we have our coach, Dr. Archana Tyagi, to share her experience of sitting at the other end. Dr. Archana has around 3 decades of experience in higher education, training, coaching, and consultancy. She is a clinical psychologist from Central Institute of Psychiatry, Ranchi, India, a certified practitioner of Bar on emotional quotient inventory, and an accredited trainer of MBTI, DISC, CB5, and entrepreneurial motivation training from NASPAD. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sia. Thank you. And thank you, Payal, for giving me this opportunity to be here today. I was just thinking about it since the beginning of this. I have been associated with you all. And there are only two words which I wanted to share with all of you. One, my deep appreciation, because I have seen with the help of coaching how people, students, the coachee, they tend to get transformed. And my gratitude to make me a part of this journey. I have nothing more to say. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you for making me a part of this journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Archana. Thank you. I mean, it will be great if you can just share a couple of lines maybe about, how you feel students like really take away from having this intervention coaching and working with the coach.
Okay.
From your own personal experience with the student at Shoolini.
Yes, I think I've been deeply touched by the kind of transformation the students have gone through. And I think one of my recent, trainee coachee, she's Shivani Ranjan, she's sitting here and the beautiful, things which she has shared, the kind of struggles which she has gone through and how she blossomed as a pessimist person to a very optimist person with full of self-confidence and being self-resilient. And this I am seeing in my another coachee as well, who has been, gaining a lot of confidence in herself. She has been transformed beautifully with her, because of her own aspirations and self. I said the kind of, trust and aspirations which they aspire to put in themselves. So thank you so much. It's been a lovely journey with the amazing support, immense support of all of you. I can reach out to any one of you if I need any help. Thank you so much for providing or extending this all support and help, and my deep gratitude. And as I've already said, that I like to continue my journey with you all in Shoolini University. Thank you very much once again. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. We are so glad that your experience with us has been so fulfilled. And we hope other coaches also had the same experience. Okay, moving on, we have the most awaited part. So for the next part, you will be glad to know that now we have Vandana of Agriculture Department with us to share how coaching went for her. So tell us, Vandana, how did these sessions with your coach help you discover who you truly are? Over to you, Vandana.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Vishal Sir, Nishtha Ma'am, Payal Ma'am, esteemed coaches. Sharing the stage today on behalf of the student community gives me very little to ask for myself. I'm really humbled. So it's very apparent I'm not a 20-year-old student here. I'm in the second year BSc Agriculture, but not a typical student. I am returning to the campus 25 years after I finished my formal education. That was a post-graduation in management. So this actually would help to put in perspective, to make a superset where I could represent the experiences of all the other students who've been part of this coaching journey. At the outset, I'd like to, it's very apparent actually, that the mental and the emotional overload we are subject to these days, especially the youngsters, is incapacitating. And at this point of time, the weeding out of these stunting factors becomes very imperative and, nurturing the growth ones. So I would relate to coaching process as weeding out of these factors and nurturing the growth ones. At the outset of my journey at Shoolini, I had these three big fearsome words to handle. There was a feeling of guilt, there was a feeling of doubt, there was a feeling of fear. Coming back at the age of 50, leaving my family behind. So the first one was, am I right? What if I'm not? My family was extremely supportive, but that only seemed to amplify the guilt. My son was with his 12th boards, my daughter with her 8 boards. my husband with a very demanding career. I was not there for them. Was I justified? Then I had this fear. What if I fail? How will I be able to handle? Whom should I ask for help? How much could I ask? How would that be taken? Would it invite sympathy or would it invite support? So this was another big question. Then there was this doubt. Will I be able to do it? I really wanted to do it, but that was not enough. Did I have the skills? Would I be able to acquire the skills? I was trailing by 25 years. And in that time, it seemed everything had changed. But the day I came to Shoolini, I had elements, which I had not factored in at all. The ambience, the immense support, the mutual admiration, the locale, that left me really spellbound. And embarking on the coaching journey, it was quite an experience. I'm very lucky to have a wonderful coach, Gayatri Ma'am. And I'm sure all the students feel the same about their coaches. So she helped me prescribe for myself solutions and lessons that are going to stay with me for a long, long time. She enabled me develop capacities where I could assess myself as objectively as I could, to understand what asking for help would mean, to understand that, emotional intelligence was the most important skill set that I needed to succeed. And finally, to believe that I had it in me to succeed and realize my goal of becoming a farmer and a teacher. So sincere thanks to all the coaches, File Ma'am, everybody here who are enabling the students realize this potential. And deep sense of gratitude to the founders, visionaries, and enablers at Shoolini for getting this opportunity for the students, which will help them in a big way. They say, Sarvam Sambhavyate Tvai. In you, everything is possible. Sab sambhav hai. Thank you so much. With warm regards and much gratitude. Namaste.
Thank you. That was really inspiring and beautifully put forth by you. Honestly, I want to hear more of this. Could we have Animesh of Food Technology, another student who joined the coaching program, to share his experience? Over to you, Animesh.
So, good afternoon to everyone who is present here, coaches, senior staff, and my fellow coaches. I am Animesh Trivedi, and I finished my MTech in Food Technology from Shoolini University itself. In fact, I returned home a few days ago only. And today I'm going to share my experience regarding the VEmpower coaching sessions that I attended and how it helped me to overcome the hurdles that I was facing both in my personal and my academic life. So before I started this journey of joining VEmpower, I actually heard it from my roommate, and I used to see him doing the sessions in the hostel itself. And I was like, okay, this sounds productive, and I think I should enroll in this. And my initial impression was that it's going to improve my communication skills firsthand. And after that, yes, it might actually help me to solve the issues that I'm facing in everyday problem. As my roommate told me that, yeah, it's very beneficial on his part. So I used to have several small issues which actually used to pile up and turn up like a big problem. Like, for example, I was a procrastinator big time, which you actually got me lagging in my several work, be it academically or be it in my personal life also. So it was actually hampering my work-life balance, and as being an MTech student, I had a lot in my plate also. So when I joined this program, and I was assigned, I was assigned to Mr. Seok Hengwa. He's from Singapore, and he was my coach. And he actually helped me to work on the small problems that I had. He coached me to actually see through those problems and understand the root cause of it, what was actually causing it. So we used to talk about what improvement we had from last conducted session to the present session, and he always encouraged me to build on that momentum. So the most important and the precious thing that I take from that is the idea of drawing experiences from my past that he actually helped me to find, to endure. You have to find experiences from your past. What could you have done when you were in trouble back then? And apply them and embed them in your current situation, current issues, and you'll find a solution right then, right there. And he actually coached me to be practical about such things. And be it a professional or personal life query from my part, Mr. Shok always made sure to help me find the best possible solution or a solution at any level for myself. So he never left me high and dry at that point. So all in all, to summarize, I'd like to say that my experience with VEmpower was it made me realize that as big as the problem happened to be, we often miss out the small improvements, actually, small tweaks and small improvements, and rush towards the massive shift of change, where when there is always a solution right behind us, right inside our minds, waiting there to be considered. Thank you.
Thank you, Animesh. This makes me so happy that I'm a part of something so revolutionary. And we don't stop here. So let's move on. Most of you must be aware that this coaching opportunity wasn't only available just for students, but our faculty was also covered under this program. And now we have Zan, a research scholar who is studying in Shoolini University and hails from Syria, to share his experience of being coached. So we would love to hear it.
Thank you, Sia. Greetings to you all. I'm Zen Spe from Syria. I joined the Shoolini University in 2020 during Corona, and I joined an electronics and communication engineering department to pursue my PhD and as a lecturer also, as a research associate. So at the beginning, when I heard about coaching, so what actually I thought about it is football coaching or cricket coach. So it's I never heard about coaching, so I was interested in it to understand what is this concept, and like I needed someone to talk to, or to like a therapist. But coaching, as I understand, is different. I heard about it through, of course, VEmpower program by recommendation by Vishal Ma'am, and I was interested to learn it. So when I started the sessions, I met Dr. Moses. He was a very nice person. I met him at the beginning. So we talked a lot about my situation, like whatever came to my mind. I didn't have any like specific topics to talk to him, because, as you know, I come from Syria, and Syria is under war. So I feel like I have a lot of experience with problems and troubles related to life more than anything. So we talked a lot about all my situations and what I'm facing of problems in university, in my life. So at the beginning, I didn't understand from the first session what is coaching. Then we had several sessions, so it was I was getting more interested about coaching. So as you see, I feel like I'm a coach in my life already. So after I learned what is coaching, so after I finished this coaching program, I still, even that I see myself, I didn't need before a coach, but really after these sessions, everyone need a coach in his life, because like most of the people are arrogant. Like they think they have the right choice. They think that I know what I'm doing. If you are not arrogant, so you are that doesn't know what you are doing. So a coach will give you the mentality to think and to ask yourself, what should I do? How should I do it? These things, for example, I used always to fight with people in any conversation and anything. So when I asked them in different way, when I see the other way that always my coach taught me to understand it, to see where is my problem. So I found it like there is a lot of shortcuts and better ways to reach my goal. So I was placed with Dr. Moses, of course, and at the end, after finishing all the sessions, I was more aware how I should deal with the problems that I faced or I will face also. And coaching teaches us always to ask ourselves the right questions to get the root of our problems and to face them and organize based on their priority, of course. So my experience was full of knowledge and beautiful. I recommend everyone to try it. And I'm sure that coaching is a need and necessary for everyone. And I'm so blessed with this lovely experience, thanks to Payal Ma'am and Dr. Moses. And I'm very grateful for this opportunity, and thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. This program is truly cross-cultural and transcends all geographical boundaries when it comes to supporting individuals. I would like to share something here. Let me fall if I must fall. The one I become will catch me. Okay, I copied that from Google, but why am I even trying? We have Ashoo Khosla Ma'am, Chief Learning Officer at Shoolini University, with us. So we'll let her present a note of encouragement. Trust me, you all will love this. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sia. Thank you, Payal, for inviting me for this session. And you have been inviting me regularly to all the sessions. First of all, my apologies and my bad luck that this is only my first one. But I have been following the work that you all have been doing, all the coaches present here, you, Payal, all the students who have been participants. And I had just one word to say to both the sides. You're truly blessed. One, the coaches who are kind of shaping the lives of these youngsters in a way that, you know, they won't realize today, but probably 20 years down the line, they would think of the day they had a session with you, and that would, you know, see them through a crisis in their life or a predicament in their life. And the fact that you all the coaches are involved on a pro bono basis and just are doing this as a selfless service to shaping a great society or a future generation. I think I don't have words to thank all the coaches on behalf of Shoolini University, or as well as personally, because I am a great believer in the potential of everybody. Individuals have great potential, and the sad part is more than half of them, or even more, you know, they don't realize that potential ever in their life. And you are helping to decrease that imbalance in numbers, where you are helping individuals to actually realize what they're capable of. Personally, I am very close. Coaching is very close to my heart because, like the other speakers mentioned, their own personal experiences with coaches. I have a personal experience that is very, very close to my heart. I, engaged with a coach in 2014 while I was on an executive education program. The program was called A New Path. It was meant for women executives who are seeking to give a new direction to their careers. And we were assigned coaches who coached us in groups as well as one-to-one. And my coach at Harvard was a wonderful, warm, affectionate, very, very capable lady called Laurie Matthews. And Laurie made me understand what was important for me in life. Surely people would know that, but for the information of the coaches, I teach creativity. Last few years of my life has been fully dedicated to learning the subject and now teaching the subject. That clarity, that what was important for me, what I was passionate about, I learned at the age of 44 because a coach helped me realize that that was my passion and that is what I should be doing for the rest of my life. So I cannot thank my coach enough. I cannot feel gratitude for the concept of coaching enough, because even at that stage in my life, it helped me see everything in a new light. So that is my personal experience with coaching. Laurie stayed with me, not just for that month that I spent at Harvard, but she has been following each and every of her coaches' progress in life, and we as a group communicate very often, learn what each other, the others in that group are doing, and Laurie still guides us. I remember a particular incident where I was undergoing a personal crisis in life, and I remember her taking out 1 hour of her time, and we were in different time zones. So early morning, she got up and took a call and talked to me for 1 hour, and gave me perspective where I was able to tide over that situation. So that is how powerful coaching is. And I feel so glad as a chief learning officer here at Shoolini that our students, when they learn, it's not just the academics in class, it's not just their teachers telling them what to do, it's not just getting prepared for interviews and getting jobs, but we are preparing them for life through an initiative like this. So I think they will carry with them tools or the self-belief and confidence that you will be able to instill in them throughout their life. So I think you should all feel very, very proud of what you're doing. I'm sure you are. And I and all the students here at Shoolini, I think we feel very grateful for this initiative. All kudos to Payal and her wonderful team of coaches who are all of you. So lovely that this initiative is blossoming. We are seeing a lot of progress. We want to take it to greater heights, and I'm sure we're going to do this in the future. So thank you so much, Payal, for inviting me. And I'm glad that I was able to make it to this one, to hear all the wonderful work that is being done. Thank you so much.
It's been an honor, and thank you for the unconditional support. I have to mention everybody that Ashoo has been supporting so much behind the scenes. Ashoo, thank you for your beautiful words. They have been so heartwarming. Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. You shared your and your coach's bond, and that was so powerful. You summed up the relationship so well. Let's move on. Now we have Shamishta, an intern at VEmpower, to share the vote of thanks on behalf of the whole team of VEmpower. Over to you, Shamishta.
Good evening, everyone. Since we have neared the end of today's event, it is time to do the needful. We reasoned that silent gratitude would not be of much use to anyone, so we decided to keep things loud and formal. I feel honored to propose this vote of thanks. On behalf of our VEmpower team, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed guests, Saroj Ma'am, Chancellor Sir, Vice Chancellor Sir, Pro-Chancellor Sir, Ashish Sir, Nishtha Ma'am, Ashoo Ma'am, coaches, ever-present deans, supporting faculty and fellow students. We sincerely appreciate the support we have received from the department heads throughout the year through a variety of events. A wide round of applause and thanks to all the participants who shared their personal experience and made the event a memorable one. Because I believe nothing is stronger than a word of mouth and a results to agree. Above and beyond, let's not forget the backbone of the VEmpower coaching program, Vice Chancellor Ashoo Khosla, a visionary, a man with a noble vision, one of creating individuals who are capable of facing any challenge head on and triumphing after graduating from Shoolini University. VEmpower is much more than a program. It is a community being built of leaders, game changers, independent young adults, movers and shakers, catalysts, and much more than that. A successful year with hundreds of new individuals gaining a sense of clarity and a purpose in life after being coached by some of the best ICF credentialed coaches from around the world. The gears that keep the machines inside us working. The event has been just as wonderful as the year has been. I would like to thank all the known and unknown hands that contributed to the success of the VEmpower program. Finally, I want to express my gratitude to everyone in attendance for coming out today, supporting us in making this event a huge success and joining us in a celebration. Thank you, one and all. Have a great week ahead.
And
Thank you.
my dear team. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for sharing their experiences, who have joined from outside India. Coaches present here. I think, Sharmishta, I will not take it away from you. You have done a beautiful job. But I really thank Vishal, Ashoo, Nishtha for being present here and everybody who's supporting us from behind the scenes. Thank you.